So basically, let's talk about the fielding first, because that was the main one. Home run robberies are going to be way easier. I mean, that's just one thing. We saw it in the thing. Home run robberies are going to be way easier. You just time it up with them, and you're able to catch a home run, right? That looks pretty easy. You know, it's cool, it's going to be easier, but once again, depends on your fielding stat. So that is something to think about. Yeah, then they have the whole reaction slide, which is pretty cool. All the stats are going to matter, right? Arm accuracy going to matter, reaction time going to matter, fielding going to matter. All that stuff's going to matter. You can see the jump times. Obviously, 99 is going to be 100% of the time. Even at 75 is 42% perfect, which is kind of crazy to me, but I guess that's what they're doing now. So, you know, fielding's going to matter, right? Fielding's going to play a big play. To be honest with you guys, I feel like most guys are just going to use the hitting cards, and then, you know, they'll just take the hit on the fielding. In my opinion, I think that's how it's going to go. I feel like it's definitely going to affect the game, but I feel like people are still just going to mass their squad with hitters, to be honest. They talk about the GOAT difficulty, obviously going to be harder, right? I think that's kind of known fact. The GOAT difficulty is going to be harder. The throwing mirror, I think people are going to get used to the throwing mirror, to be honest.
Or up the middle.
As we kind of see in this clip right here. I feel like people are going to get used to the throwing meter, even though it's on the, you know, when it's moving us on the right side. I do think it's going to be just harder at the beginning, but once you get used to it and play it enough times, it will be really easy to see it, right? I think that's pretty common. It's going to be pretty easy to do it once and for all. And plus, to me, at least in all the clips they've shown, here, let's go back in here. At least all the clips they've shown, even if you get a green, he's still safe. So in my opinion, it makes sense just to go for the perfect, because even if you get a red throw, he's still going to get the ball, and you're not going to throw it away into the crowd. Like, he's still going to be able to catch the ball. So you might as well just go for blue, in my opinion, if it's a throw like this, or if it's a throw to home. Like, I feel like if it's perfect, he's going to be out. If it's green or red, he's going to be safe. Like, that's just how it is. So you might as well go for the perfect, in my opinion. Here's the new home run meter, which they talked about. Right, I know the quality is really bad on Twitter. I don't know why. But here's the throw mirror they talked about. A lot easier to rob home runs, but it's dependent on your fielding stat if you can actually rob the home runs and time this up, right? That's going to be the main thing. As you can see, he's able to rob it. Oh, well, the clip's horrible, but as he's able to rob that home run. And that's the thing, first person, third person, this was really
only
cool
because it's just like
when they talked about this. I think this is going to be a really cool in Road to the Show. I think a lot of people are going to play this in Road to the Show and be very surprised with how it's doing. Although the ball has like a streak, so you kind of know what you're doing. Get the ball right there, I guess you press throw, and then you put the sequence in, and then you make the play. I think it's going to be really cool in Road to the Show. Besides for that, I don't really see it being used. I mean, they said in franchise you could use it, but I don't play it franchise that way, in my opinion. So, you know, that's just not my thing. You know, in my opinion, customize the CPI, or the PCI, excuse me, was pretty cool with ambush hitting. Here's another picture of that throw accuracy, right? As they brought up, your arm accuracy is going to matter with how big the blue part is to get perfects. My opinion, might as well just hit it every time with the whole way the system is set up. I don't think you're going to be that punished on the red part of the plate, you know, as much. And then for the ambush hitting, which is really cool, they don't have any clips here on ambush hitting. Let me find a clip for you guys real quick. It's pretty much a similar thing to guess pitch that's optional, which I think is going to be really cool. I think that's just going to be a really cool feature that no one's going to be, you know, really expecting. Because if you, my thing with ambush hitting is if you throw the same pitch consistently, right, other team picks it up, other player picks it up, then it's going to be, you know, you could ambush that pitch and absolutely demolish it, right? I think that's the main thing with the whole ambush hitting thing. I don't know. It kind of depends how you play if you want to use it like that. You know what I mean? Here, we could pull up scans tweet right here. You know, I think ambush hitting is interesting. If you don't get it right, you're hitting 2 difficulties harder. If you hit it right, you're hitting 1 difficulty easier. So this is another thing. Everyone will play on All-Star to start. Then once you get to wildcard, I think it is, you play on Hall of Fame. So then this will change. I wonder if it's incorrect, it goes to GOAT difficulty or just Legend. Here it only says Legend, so I'm going to imagine Legend. But that is something to keep account when you are playing the game, right? This is how ambush hitting works. You pretty much pick a side of the plate. It's optional. You can reset it as well. You can pick it before they even throw the ball. Pretty cool stuff here. I like that a lot. I think that's going to be very helpful. You know, and most of the time I think people are sitting on pitches, especially higher up. You're going to be sitting on a pitch that you've seen or you want, right? So, you know, I think it's going to be a good thing regardless. And if you're not going to get that pitch, you're probably going to take, right? I feel like that's most times, you know, maybe some of the worst players are going to swing at everything, right? I remember I've been there. But like I said, if you get the pitch you want like that, you're going to absolutely destroy it. So I think it's a cool feature. Obviously, you're going to have to test it out yourself to see how you like it. But yeah, you're definitely getting punished if you get it wrong, basically. And you don't have to use it. It is optional, which is cool. But I definitely like the system. I think that's pretty good. The quality of life changes they have are pretty good. I've liked everything I've seen so far in the gameplay, so I've liked a lot of it. I mean, I think it's going to be good for the game. I think this is going to be one of the better games we had. I know the last couple games have been kind of, they kind of look the same. This game has a lot of changes, which is going to be really good. And definitely different from 24. I mean, already the fielding is going to be different. The first person mode's different. Ambush hitting is different. It's super different. So I think that's a positive look at. The gameplay feature premiere was pretty good. A lot of new things confirmed, talked about, which is pretty cool. And I think it's going to be a pretty solid, game moving forward. So I'm definitely excited for this. But let me know what you guys think about this, chat, because I think it's good. And there was a lot of positive things talking about with ambush hitting, the fielding system, the throw meter, the home run rob, and GOAT difficulties. So the 5 main things we saw in the trailer were, once again, the 5 main things they talked about, with some quality of life changes, which are pretty good. With the whole, minute 30 in the pause feature now, and you don't have to warm up guys in the bullpen. I mean, that is going to be fun. That's going to be solid as well. So all this stuff I'm excited for, and I just can't wait to see how Road to the Show goes. Let's be honest, I can't wait. So the gameplay one definitely gets a thumbs up for me.